Hello, everyone. Welcome to High Vibes and a Mic. We are your hosts, Sylvia Madden and Veronique Anenter, moms in our 40s and 50s with lots of great spiritual insights and funny stories to light up your day. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Sorry, hi. I was in a hurry. Hello, Sylvia.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good today.
Yeah. All right. So
Mm,
today we're going to have a very interesting conversation, informative about adoption.
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people are interested and curious about it, like to know how it is to hear from someone who has been through it, like you,
yeah.
Veronique. And I have
Mm.
friends in Brazil as well who actually would love to know about all that because I have a friend who is
Hmm.
going through, like she's on the wait list there for
Yeah,
the longest time. So would you like to start, like talking about
yeah,
it? Yeah, tell
yeah.
me the
So
journey.
I don't. Yeah, it's a long journey. It's a big topic. So I hope we're gonna have time to do everything today. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, in America, there's several ways to adopt. So you can do the private adoption when a birth mother is going to choose you. You can
Mm-hmm.
do the government adoption when you go through foster care and you do foster to adopt. So it means that the kid is already in foster care because the parents have issue, and so it comes to your house for at least a year. And after a year, you can, if the mom or the dad or any other families cannot take care of the kid, you can request for you can ask for an adoption. So, but it
I
takes
see.
after a year. So that's foster to adopt, and that's actually free because and actually you're getting paid by the government to take care of the kid, of
Uh-huh.
the child. So that would be something, maybe a route that some people would like to do, because doing a private adoption is really expensive, and
Mhm.
which can be private adoption in America or even abroad. Some people also want to, they want to adopt abroad, and this is even more expensive. So
Ah.
when we started this journey with Pascal, we wanted to, I wanted a kid from the Caribbean, so I was thinking about Haiti, but it was really complicated. And also it was also during the pandemic, and Haiti changed all the rules, and they were asking for you to wait for a year, almost 2 years, to have a baby, and you had to come to Haiti several times and know the baby over there. And we're like, no, we cannot do that.
Mm.
So we just turned to private adoption. And when you do private adoption, it's kind of costly. So for people who are interested about that, check with your job, because a lot of company, actually, I guess not only in the Bay Area, but a lot of company offers as a what do you call that? Not a
Benefit?
bonus, benefit. My God, yeah. A lot of company as a benefit, they offer to help for
Mhm.
the adoption cost. And so we had that help, which was really, really good, because it can add up after a while. It can add up.
Yeah.
So I would also recommend to get, of course, a legit adoption agency, which you can find in the California board. So just go online,
Mhm.
and this is how I find mine, California board, and they have all the list of the license agency. Be careful who you choose, and
Yeah.
also yeah, could be something,
Mhm.
I'm not really. Some people could not be regular, like, I don't know, like private lawyers, or thing like that. And also the company of my husband, they also had a list that they could give you, so that's what we did. And actually, so when you do private, so what we did, when you do private adoption, is like, at the beginning, it's like a dating thing, because you have to do a profile for somebody to
Mhm.
choose you, and they tell you it
I
can
see.
take 2 weeks or it can take 2 years. You never know. You have to be chosen. So you have to take a
Right.
nice picture. You have to write, profile, what you do, if you already have kids, if you have a dog. If you have a dog, birth mother, they really like people with,
Uh-huh.
dogs and, nice families. So the dog can sell.
Testimonials too, right? Testimonials or like letters from
Yes.
friends. Mm-hmm.
That's more for the agency
Ah,
because, of
okay.
course, the agency is going to do a background check
Oh
on you.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they check. When I tell you they check everything, they check. They even check my mom. What about my mom, my dad, my brother? They check everything. They go down, they go up a generation to be sure. You have to
Oh,
do your
interesting.
fingerprint. You have to do a lot of things. Your criminal, if you have any criminal case, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So they will check you out, and you have to also do a uh,
Exam.
report,
Like
medical report.
mm-hmm.
And my daughter, because we have a daughter, so she also we need a letter from her teacher, and the teacher had to say, if she was a good student, if she was, like not a bully, or if she was a good person, right? And also a medical report on her. So
Mm-hmm.
you check from head to toe.
Looks like
Everything
it,
needs to be
yeah.
perfect. Yeah, and they also do the same thing with the birth mother. What they do, they check her, her medical record, everything. They cannot really check if the whole story, what she says, is true because they're not gonna. They do. They try also not to introduce you to a birth mother too early because something you have to know. Also, you're gonna have to take care of her because most
Mm-hmm.
of the birth mother, of course, have issues, and most of them are either homeless or either on drugs or they're in trouble. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not gonna place a child if you're okay, right? So you're gonna have
Yeah.
to take care of them maybe for the rent, give money for the rent, the food, or anything they need, a phone or anything like that. So they try not to introduce you a birth mother maybe at 5, 6 months, because first of all, she can change her mind, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's why you don't really have also take care of her for 5, 6 months also. So
Right.
we started the whole process and everything went fine, and we went on vacation because our case wasn't really all done. We still had paperwork to do, so we're like, okay, we're going on vacation. We went to France during the pandemic, and as soon as we arrived in France, we just arrived in France, go to bed. The following day, we had a phone call. Hey, we have a baby for you. I was like, oh my god, are they for real? And I told them, we won't be available for a month. So then, like, okay, see, if you want to be introduced to this lady because your profile match, you're gonna have to come back right away because she's due in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, I can't. That was a hard decision. That was a very hard decision because I
Yeah.
hadn't seen my family in 4 years. We just arrived. And anyway, because of the pandemic, there was no way we would be able to leave the country right away like this either because you have to, at that time, it was really hard to travel. So we
Yeah.
had to pass
Mm-hmm.
on that. And I was kind of sad. We had to pass. And I'm like, oh, if they had called us, they have called us, so fast, there are going to be more babies.
Right.
Nope. It took us 9 months again to have another match because, like I said, you have to be chosen. Somebody has to look at your profile, find you attractive, like as a family, and want to talk to you. And it happened again when we went on vacation. So if I'd known, I would have
Mm.
gone on vacation again.
Yeah.
So yeah. hmm So we went on vacation again. This time, but we were in the country. We're not out of the country. We were just in New Orleans with my mom, my brother. And we had a call. We have a baby for you. And this time it wasn't, we want to introduce you. This time it was, this lady chose you. She really wants you guys. So we spoke with her on the phone. We introduced each other. And she was already like 7 months. And after for like the whole pregnancy, we were talking every day on the phone, every day. We got really, really close. And she
Mm-hmm.
even wanted me to be there for the birth. And the day I was leaving, because she was due like in a week, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a week because she was living 3 hours away from where we live.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a week before. I'm gonna work from a hotel. This way, when she's ready, I'm gonna just be like 5 minutes away from the hospital.
Yeah.
The day I was supposed to leave to go there, the baby arrived.
Oh.
My
Wow.
little girl was such in a hurry, she couldn't wait one more week or 12 more hours. So I missed the birth. Unfortunately, with Pascal, we drove like maniac for 3 hours to go to the hospital. And, when they tell you, the baby is there, I was like, because you think, it's not your baby. So I was a bit worried at the beginning also. I was like, am I going to love her the same? You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because she wasn't in my belly, I already have a child. So I already know what it is to have a child, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I going to love her? I don't know if I'm going to love her the same. Girl, as soon as I saw her, love at first sight. Me and Pascal, love. And then they
Mm.
put her in this little, little burrito,
Yes. Uh-huh. To
all
wrap
packed
them
in
around.
there.
Yeah.
With a little hat with a bonnet. She was so
Mm-hmm.
small, so cute. Pascal held her for like 7 hours straight. And from there start another challenge because you actually have to wait for the birth mother to actually relinquish her right, and that can take a while. She can do it right away, she can do it 3 days later. She has like 3 weeks to do it, and the
Mm-hmm.
agency is clear on that. Until she signs, you're the babysitters, you're not the parents. So they tell you,
Ah.
when you
Mm-hmm.
go to the hospital, don't bring your family, don't celebrate like you had a baby. Don't do that because it's actually a difficult time also for the birth mother because she's gonna say goodbye to her child.
Yeah.
So it's a good
Ah.
it's a good it's a good news for you, but it's not good for her. So
Yes. For sure.
of course you have to be very mindful of that. So we didn't, of course we didn't
So
do that.
how? So you were like during that time, like, could you feel like 100% relaxed or no? You could always like,
No,
what if she does that? What if
yeah,
she
no,
changes her
not at
mind?
all. No, not at
Mm-hmm.
all. She assured us several times, I'm not gonna change my mind. I know I'm not fit to raise a kid right now because I don't have the means.
Mm.
And I chose you for a reason. You're really the kind of family I want for my child. So she really assured us. But you never know, when you see the baby, something happen in you, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's your
Yeah.
kid, something happens as a mother. She can change her mind. And she said goodbye to the baby. It was really, really, really emotional. Really emotional. We cried. We held each other. We hugged each other in the room, and it was really emotional. The whole staff was like, "What is going on?" They couldn't understand what was going on.
Oh,
They
they
thought
didn't
at the
know?
beginning, no, I think they knew it was an adoption. I think they thought it was that she was um,
Surrogate? No.
surrogate. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they thought she was our surrogate, and we said no, 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 no. She's placing a child with us. So no, for like because she didn't sign right away. So because she was tired
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and the agency didn't want to harass her. Like, are you
Uh-huh.
gonna sign the paper? No, they don't want to do that. That's not their job.
Okay.
So, which I think is really nice. So they let her take a rest. And the thing is, it's weird because you go to the hospital, with nothing, and you live with a baby. And
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. The day after, baby was good, and 24 hours later, you live with a baby. And a baby that you never met before, but I knew she was mine. As soon as I saw her, I knew she was mine. And so we left. But for a week, I didn't even tell I didn't even tell everybody. I only told my close friends. So Sylvia was one of the person who did a testimony for me. So of course she knew, but only my family and close friends knew about the adoption. But not everybody knew because I didn't know if I was going to keep her. If
Mm-hmm.
if the birth mother changed her mind and said,
Yeah.
"Actually, I want her back," yeah, here you go. She could have her back. And but after a week, the agency contacted us and they say, "Okay, she signed the paperwork. She relinquished her, her rights, but now it has to be filed by the court in Sacramento, and that can take up to I think like 6-7 weeks, something like that. And during that time, she can change her mind. she can go to the court and say, oh, I don't want to place my child anymore, right? So, but she didn't do that. She didn't do that, thank God. So after that, it takes after you have to do a lot of paperwork again, and the whole process took us like a year. And after a year, we went to court and we signed the paperwork with the judge, and officially, And after we saw the judge, it was all official. So we are finally the parents of Naomi. She was part of our family officially, even though she was part of the family already for like a year already. But yeah, she
Hmm.
was part of our family. It was very, very emotional. The judge was really nice, and he asked us, "Do you want to take a picture?" Because I wanted to take a picture in the court, but I didn't know if we
Uh-huh.
could. So, but I was happy at the end he asked, and we all posed for the picture with the judge, with the American flag in the back. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Took a picture, and we're a happy family. And so, yeah, so I recommend, for people who wants to adopt, to look at all the way to adopt. There's a lot of way to adopt. You can do so, like I said, international. Although they have changed the rules a little bit now because of COVID, and also because some countries now they want the children to be adopted by people from their country first, and
Hmm.
then they will open to other countries. So it can take more time. Or you can do foster to adopt, which is I think the easiest way, and also the cheaper way because adopting can be very costly. So
Yeah.
if you do foster to adopt, you can contact your local agency, or local how do you call that? It's the agency for the foster kids, and they will,
Uh-huh.
or you can go online and they even have picture of those children. They have a list of children ready to be adopted or to be placed in foster care. So that will be the route, but
Hmm.
most of the time also those children are a bit older. So if people really want maybe like a baby, wants to be sure to keep the child to be adopted, the best way I think is to do private adoption, and that can be
Hmm.
costly, like I said earlier. But you can check with your employer. Sometimes they cover the cost of the adoption. That can get very costly, between $20,000 to $40,000, for the adoption.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't do foster to adopt because I didn't want after a year to have to leave the kid. Like the mom is ready she's back on her feet and she's like, okay, I'm ready to take care of my kid. I really
Yeah.
wanted to, yeah, I really wanted to add to our family. But
Yeah.
some people, I think foster to adopt is a good way to start. Um, and yeah, so yeah, the difficult part to do private adoption is the waiting part. You know, you have to do a ton
Hmm.
of paperwork, but that's good because they have to check that you're a good person, a good couple to adopt. But yeah, the worst is to wait that somebody's going to choose you. And
Hmm.
actually, when you do those kind of adoption, you pay the agency usually you pay for 3 years. It's good for
For three.
2 to 3 years because they know it can take. They tell you usually it can take up to 2 years. So usually
Hmm.
within a year you can have a baby, but it can take more than that. And sometimes I go on the website and I check, and I see some parents that started at the same time as us. They're still waiting. They haven't been chosen yet. And some I see saying, oh, match. So I'm very happy when I see that. I'm saying, oh, they've been matched. So that's very nice.
Ah.
Um, so yeah, so that's the adoption part. So now our baby, she's like 16 months old now. She's walking, she's talking.
Yeah.
We are so California is they do what they call open adoption. So it's good to stay in contact. They say it's good to stay in contact with the birth mother. So she has some
Uh-huh.
contact with her birth mother. But that's for another podcast. and
Yeah.
because no, we're not gonna hide the fact that she's adopted, right? We're gonna tell her as soon as she can understand. We're gonna know, or if she has question, we're gonna tell her she's adopted. We're not gonna wait until she's 18 on her birthday and say, "Hey, oh, by the way,
Yeah,
you're
probably not a good
adopted."
idea.
Yeah, like they used to do in the 50s, hiding that until the end.
Yeah,
And
no,
anyway,
no,
yeah, and everybody around us knows she's adopted, so even the kids, so maybe one of the kids can make a mistake one day and say, "Oh, by the way, you're adopted, so you don't want that."
no, no. She
So
should know. Yeah,
right,
she's yeah,
yeah,
no-brainer.
you should know
Wow. How
exactly.
interesting, yeah. It's like a lot of people don't know, like, and
Hmm.
also it's different from country to country. I have a friend they've been trying for like
Hmm.
5 years in Brazil and
My
still
God,
nothing. And there, everything goes through the government. There's no like
What's,
private agencies. It's all through the government. So it takes
there's
forever.
no
And
private agency. There's
mm-mm,
no you can't like hire a lawyer and he can act on your behalf because you can do that here
no.
also. You can have a lawyer. No.
No, there is all public through the government. So it takes forever. And there's so many kids who are in need, like they're
Yeah.
just, it's insane how hard they make. And my friend has been waiting forever. And she's just like, yeah, I don't know what to do. It's like
So
no
all those kids
signs
are
of
in
any.
foster care, or what's the
They
system?
go
How does
to,
this work?
they don't have foster care, I think, in Brazil. I remember it was like that orphanage. Yeah, I think that's where they go to.
Orphanage.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just, I don't know.
isn't it better to have a family than to be in orphanage? Seriously, I don't
Yeah,
understand
right?
that
Or like churches,
because
like the nuns take care of the babies. But yeah, I don't know why they make it hard. Exactly. Like there's a lot of kids in
yeah.
need. There are a lot of like children who live on the streets there. It's not like you here in the US, you see
Oh,
homeless adults. There you see children
yes,
with,
homeless
their
children. Yeah,
parents and everything. But still, they make it very hard to adopt.
because
So,
I even look for Brazil. When I was trying to adopt, I check the country of Brazil, and they even
mhm,
make it difficult to adopt from international. You have to
international.
go there
Mm.
and live there for 6 months to know
Really?
the
Oh,
kid and
God.
everything. Yeah, you have to be in the country for 6 months. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if you have a job when you cannot work from your computer, how are you going to do that? How are you going to support your family if you have to be in
Yeah.
Brazil for 6 months? It's a lot to ask. So
Makes it
yeah,
impossible
they make
almost,
it
right?
difficult. Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Not sure why,
And
but
that's too bad because there's so many kids who needs a family. So
yeah, it's bad. Oh, well, I think
well, so I
we are
hope the
good,
best for
huh?
your friend. I
Oh,
hope the best
thank
for your
you.
friend. I hope she can, have a baby soon.
Yeah,
Um,
I hope so
if
too.
not, maybe she should. I mean, that's a bit stupid to try,
Like
to
international.
adopt. Yeah, bro, when there's so many kids in your own country,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. How insane is that? But
That's, that's 5 years is a long time waiting. You
mm,
want to tell me
a
in
long
5 years
time.
there was no kid to adopt? Really?
Yeah, just the bureaucracy is insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, you're
All
lucky
right.
that everything worked out smoothly. But the US is different, right? Yeah, it's a
Yeah, yeah,
different.
no, it's very different in the US. It's like a very, really old machine. It's all, everything is ready for you to adopt,
Mm-hmm.
paperwork, the website. There's a lot of agencies, and they're used to it. And oh, also I forgot to mention, you also have what they call facilitators. So while I was
Uh-huh.
waiting, um, I thought the time was taking a bit long, and so I look online, and you have people called facilitators. They're not lawyers. They're not an
Mm-hmm.
agency. They're just people who know about the law, and then they have like contact, and they can find you babies. And
Oh, I
when
see.
they in contact with a lot of agencies, and when they find a birth mother, they contact the birth mother, they contact you, and then they put you in contact with the agent. And after you go through the agency for all the paperwork and everything, okay, you just don't
Yeah.
go to the birth mother directly, but they put you in contact with the birth mother. And the one I found, she had a whole website, and she had so many birth mother, and you can just check, and you're like, okay, oh, I like the profile of this baby, and you put your
Yeah.
name, and she presents you, and you
Oh,
can go
how
way
interesting.
faster like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was doing that, at the same time I was with the agency, and I'm just waiting the first one who can find me a match. I'll take it. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, in America they're very
Efficient. Huh? They're
very
efficient.
efficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, for people who want to adopt also very fast, when I was looking through also, China is the most quickest way to adopt. You can
Hmm.
adopt a baby in China in 6 months. It's very fast. They're also
Six
very efficient
months.
over there. They do everything for you. It's the most costly though. It's kind of expensive to adopt in China, but you can have a baby within like less than a year because they have a lot little girls also, a lot of little girls, to adopt over
Hmm.
there. So also,
Wow.
another way to look at, another
Yeah. Another
another
possibility. Yeah.
solution. Yeah. All right. So if you guys have questions about adoption, you can contact me.
Yeah, she knows it all. Veronique knows all about it.
Yeah, let us know because we went through a lot, and it was a very interesting journey for sure. Very interesting.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay, guys, thank you for listening. You have a good day, and we see you and talk to you soon again.
Talk to you soon. Bye. Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to High Vibes and a Mic. Until next time, laugh hard, stay silly, and never forget to bring your sense of humor. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest.